Hello again, and welcome to the second episode of our own podcast. This is Cubing Fanatics podcast. We have the same hosts. My name is Noah,
My name's Josiah.
and we got kind of the same thing we're gonna do. We're gonna have four segments. This is the first segment where we're just gonna introduce this episode, and so we're gonna have three other segments, which is gonna be we're gonna play a little game into this next segment, and then we're gonna play two games. We're gonna play a game. I have no idea what he's gonna do something to me. I'm scared. Um, then we're gonna do a little speed cubing trivia for the third segment, and then the fourth thing, which you probably will see this in this title, is gonna be we're gonna talk about the ZB method, which is a very interesting topic to talk about, and we'll get into that at the very end. So let's just dive into this mystery game that I have no idea what's going to happen to me, and I'm really scared.
Well, actually, let's probably take a look at Cube releases first, real quick.
Oh yes, cube
Uh,
releases. Yep.
so we have a couple 4x4s. Really, we just have two 4x4s that have really released and
Yeah.
have it's the main cubes that have released, and it's really the only ones that really merit a mention, I guess you could say. We have the Moyu Aosu V7 4x4, and that comes with the ball core foot magnets, which is uh, it's kind of like the foot magnets in. It's kind of a new technology in 4x4, I would
Yeah.
say.
I haven't heard much about that as well. I haven't heard how it performs.
Yeah, but I did. Luke Garrett did say it's a main contender, so it could be one of his 4x4 mains. He got his PB
Okay.
average on it at home, so that means it's a decent
Wow. Okay.
4x4.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a good 4x4. And then the Vin 4x4, obviously, that's been
Yeah. Yeah.
around for a while, but it has released with a ball core now. So the Cubicle was making this Steven version of a 4x4. It was called the Steven, and it had 3D printed ball core, which made the cube more stable. Which it's the only thing that the Vin 4x4 really needed. Uh, and now they're making it stock to where you can buy a ball core UV version of the Vin 4x4, and that's
Okay.
pretty much it for cube releases.
I haven't really heard too much. I know of the Vin Cube, not the ball core 4x4 yet, but I haven't heard the best reports on the normal Vin. So I'm excited to see how this ball core performs. I'm not sure if it will enhance the other VIN,
Performance.
but we'll see.
Well,
Hopefully it
I
does.
actually I actually made the Vin 4x4, and
Mhm.
I think it's pretty good. I got a 48 average in competition, which is good, really good for me. That's not like world class or anything, but I mean it's good for me. So I mean it works. It's a good 4x4. I think it's better than the MGC probably.
Yeah. All right. And so that is with the key releases, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yep. And then recent records. Unfortunately, there hasn't
Not a
been any.
lot.
There's
Not.
really
I
no recent records.
basically unless on we're not trying to offend you if you got a state
Yeah,
record or like a record in your area of
or
the world.
national record. We're not saying that
You
you're not
didn't. We
good.
just didn't find it, or
Yeah,
it just didn't reach to our attention. So I'm sorry, but
no offense. You did a great
no
job.
no big, very big records we've heard of recently. I mean, it was this is coming hot off the heels of that
Last week. Yeah,
crazy 4 weekend catastrophe, whatever that was.
yeah.
Yeah. No recent records really, and
Um,
yeah, that should be it for those two.
so should we move on to
We should
games
go
or
ahead
trivia?
we should move on to this mystery game because I wanted to get this over with just in case this hurts.
Okay, so I have about I want to say two games for you.
Okay.
So this first game is actually called uh, rank these 3x3s without knowing what comes next. So I saw some other podcasts are doing this, but they haven't done it with Rubik's Cube. So I wanted to do our own little Rubik's Cube spin on this. And so pretty much I'm going to name off one cube at a time. You're going to get five cubes, and you're just going to rank them on a tier list of ones that you like, like the main or like to just have
Okay.
really. So your first one is the GAN 13. and you're gonna rank it on a 1 through 5.
Oh, so I have to immediately rank it, and I can't change it.
You cannot change it. Yeah.
Oh, the GAN 13. Okay,
Yes.
we'll put it at so it's 1 through 5.
Yes.
Okay, I'll put it at 4.
4. Okay. Your next is the Moyu RS3M V5 Ball Core UV Edition.
I have heard mixed reports about this. I haven't ever tried it, but I guess he has it. And I know it's decent. I'll put it at 3.
3. Okay. Now you have the Moyu Cube Chair.
The cube chair. I, I,
It's this massive, like 40 centimeter, 40
5.
cent, 5.
That's about
You
it.
sure?
End of thing.
Wouldn't you like to sit on it? I mean, come on.
No, not really. I don't want to main that in a competition. Although that would be kind of funny.
Okay. The Tornado V2.
1.
1. Okay.
That is my main.
So you only have the second slot
Fourth.
open.
Fourth and second. Wait, no, yeah,
No,
just
only
a second.
second. Just a
And
second.
what's
Dude.
my second place?
The MGC Evo.
Okay. I mean, I would have put that probably at 3 or 4.
3 or 4. Okay.
Okay.
So
I'm not unhappy.
so at number 1 you have the Tornado V2. Number 2 you have the MGC Evo. Number 3 you have the Moyu RS V5 UV
4 is
Ball Core
game
Edition.
and 5 is the chair. Okay.
Yep.
What's the second one?
So the
Game.
second game I have is you get $10. So you have
Okay.
$10.
Done. Give me it. I need it now. My
You have
Venmo
10
is give me it 1 2 3.
You have $10 to create the perfect Rubik's Cube experience. So,
Okay.
yes, this is interesting. I saw the look on
Um,
your face. So,
okay.
I'm going to give you 3 categories.
Can I just have the $10?
No.
Okay.
So, each of these, I'm not going to tell you what the categories are, but you get 3 categories and you get to spend $10 in,
Each category.
not in each category, but
In
all
total.
of them combined. Yeah.
Okay. That's
So,
not
your
a lot.
first category for this is the cube that you have, the cube that you get. Okay. Yeah, for $1, you have the Chi Warrior.
No.
Okay. $2, you have the Dian Shang 3x3M. For $3, you have the
No.
RS3M Super Maglev.
Okay.
For $4, you have the GAN 12.
Okay.
And for $5, you have the Tornado V2. I know this is your main, so
I'll go with the third option.
the third option, so you're going to go with the
The
RS3M Super
the
Maglev.
RS3M, yep.
Okay, now you have option 2.
$3.
So you have $7 left.
I know how to
This
do
is this is this is the cube lube, okay? So for $1, you have the weight 2,000,000. for
uh,
for That's for $1. For $2, you get the GAN lube set, so like the 3 GAN lubes.
okay.
Okay. For $3, I don't know if you're Speed Cube Shop or the Cubicle, but you get silk for $3.
I am Speed Cube Shop.
Oh man, so silk kind of slows down your cube and
I know
makes
what
it
silk
smooth.
is though. I know.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. For $4, you get DNM, which speeds your cube up.
I know.
And for and for $5 you get the cube head loop setup. So all the
Or a DNM.
DNM. Okay, so how much money do you have now?
$3 left. $7.
So you have $3. This is your last category. This
Yes.
is how many competitions you can attend in a year. Okay, you only have
Ooh.
$3.
I usually only go to like 2 comps.
Okay, this should be improvement. For $1, you have 1 competition. For $2, you have 3 competitions. For $3, the one that you have now, you get to go to 7 competitions a year.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty
And
good.
that's the max I could do. All right,
But
so
this,
I got
but
a RS3M Super with
yes,
DNM, and I got to go to 7 comps. Cool.
cool.
That's
But
kind of a fun game.
you
I
could
think
have gone you could have gone to 15 competitions if you would have saved $5.
that's a lot. That is a
That's a
lot.
lot because you don't have any time to improve. So I feel like
I'm
you lose
honestly, I
the
wouldn't
RS.
change that for anything unless I wish kind of I had the V2, but I wouldn't have changed anything else.
Yeah,
It's not that
cool.
bad. Okay, that we
That's it
should
for that's it for the
move
game
on to
segment.
our third one.
Yeah.
mystery game. That was pretty fun.
If you
Although I wish I could have had $10 still because I knew
so if you enjoyed the game segment, just
that.
say it down in the comments, and we'll know to do it again.
Yeah, each new episode will be adding at least one new segment.
We
For now,
hope.
we're gonna do it. Our regulars are gonna be recent records and cube releases, but we're gonna add these little fun ones like trivia or these little games, and
And
we'll
if you
keep
have
on.
an idea, put it in
Yeah,
the comments below.
any
Always
kind of
open to
segment you
ideas.
want, we'll probably check it out.
Hmm.
And with that, we'll be moving on to our trivia segment. And so what we have done is each of us have prepared three trivia questions for each other for it's including speed cubing. We do not know what each other wrote.
This is gonna be fun. I'm
This
excited.
is gonna be fun, and it is 3 points each. It's 3 points to get one question. If you get it close, you get 1.5 points. The person with the most points wins. If we tie, then we will have to do another trivia in the next podcast episode to do a tiebreaker. So,
Nice.
most points, 3 points for each one, half a point, and 1.5 points for half question. All right. Do you want to start asking me the question? One question, the first question.
So you want me to start asking by asking
You
you the
ask me
first
all
question?
three questions, and then we'll see how my points are add up, and then I'll ask you my three questions, and then we'll see how your points add up.
Okay, here we go. So my first question is these are a little tough, so I
Okay.
hope you come up with tough ones for me. So the
Uh,
first question,
here.
the first question I have for you is, what is the world's most expensive Rubik's cube right now?
Okay. This might be a half point because I am trying to remember the name.
Okay, I'll give
No,
you a
no, no, no.
very
You don't.
no
You do
no
not need to
hints,
give me
no
no
hints,
hints.
no hints, no hints. Okay.
This is not this one. Maybe you. We can add this rule now. One hint for the entire game, for
Yeah.
each.
Okay.
But like it
You
has to
want
be
it?
very vague hint, and so I
Do
don't
you
want a
want your
hint right
hint?
now.
You
I
do
do
not
not
want a hint. Okay.
because I'm pretty sure I know it. I'm just trying to remember the name. It is that jeweled cube, the one with like the diamonds in each square. I'm just trying to remember the name. It's like a five hundred
Okay.
dollar cube. Gosh, what is that name? I'm just gonna go with
Strowski or something like that.
you. So you're giving me the name?
No, you're supposed to guess the price, not the name.
Oh, $500.
Okay, $500. That is wrong. The most
Oh,
expensive cube right now is $2.5 million, and it was created for the 15th anniversary uh, by Fred Cooler along with Diamond Cutters International, and is
okay,
worth 2.5 US million.
okay. So I was
So
wrong.
so is that close? Are you gonna count that as close? I
That
mean,
was not close. To be
uh,
fair, I'm not gonna count this, but to be fair, I was thinking on the market.
yeah, oh yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess
But
I
I
should
will
have.
count that as against me still. So that's
Yeah.
0 points.
Well, I said the world's most expensive cube. I didn't say.
That's why
Yeah.
I'm putting it on myself. I just assumed it was on the
It was
market.
totally your fault. It's totally your fault.
My brain. Okay, the second question.
Okay. The second trivia question for you is who are the top five Oceania 3x3 solvers for average? He's gonna butcher this so bad.
I am gonna for 3 by 3
for
average.
for 3x3 average, who are the fastest top five Oceania 3x3 solvers? You can
Number
name them.
one.
You can name them in any order. So if you name me
Okay, okay,
five,
okay.
okay,
One is gonna be Felix.
yep, that's correct.
Oh yeah, okay. One's Felix. Um, Jody, Jody. I forgot his last name.
It's Brewster, and he is
Lucy,
second.
I knew it. Jody.
You're correct.
Okay.
Yep. So you got first and second.
I'm not sure I know anyone else. Um, Jody, Felix. Oh, what's that? What's his name? Mm,
Oh no,
I'm gonna go with I don't think this is right, but I'm gonna go with Michael Tripodi.
Michael Tripodi. He's not on the list.
Okay. Um. Oh, I'm trying to remember his name. Oceanic.
The last question is
No. Oh, I was gonna say Matsvolk, but he's not Oceanic. I'm stupid.
he's Netherlands.
Yeah, he's Netherlands.
Real
Um,
quick, my last question is pretty easy. So if it was me, I'd use your hint on this one.
oh yeah, I did. I forgot my hint. My hint, please.
Okay,
for
and do you want
one
like
of the names, for like one of the names, I guess, is a hint.
for one of them? Okay,
Like that,
okay,
I can't really give a hint for every single name.
okay. So I could use this hint. Okay, let's see. I'm not gonna give
Use
away
it.
too
Use it the
much.
hint how you want. I'm not
Okay,
sure I know.
do you want a hint for third, fourth, or fifth?
Fifth.
Okay, that's pretty smart. No, I only I gotta I don't have a hint for fifth.
What's like the like you can do a hint with like the closest like the name, like give a hint of the name. I don't know.
Okay. Oh, okay. I actually have a good. You don't need to get the last name, but the first name of this person. Uh, Pixar recently released a movie, and the main character had this name.
Moana. No, I'm just kidding.
It was
Um.
it's a sequel to a very popular Pixar movie.
Okay. 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 Oh, the
Does
main
he have it?
character. So Pixar. Oh, why am I thinking Inside Out? Inside Out did not. It's not Pixar. Very recently. I'm thinking Disney. Pixar. I haven't watched a lot of Pixar movies recently.
I will tell you really quick. Disney and Pixar are combined. So this
Oh, I
so
don't know if
it's Pixar, but it's called Disney, but it's
I
Pixar.
don't know if Inside Out was originally Pixar. I'm pretty sure it's Disney. Um, and the main character is like a girl. Like the main character is besides like the emotions is a girl.
I'd say no.
And I'm pretty sure the top five oceanic averages doesn't have a girl. I'm pretty sure. Okay, let me think. This doesn't help me at all. Okay, I
It
don't
does.
know.
It really does.
Not yeah, because you know it. I'm just gonna give you the first names of the last three people, and if I get them wrong, I got them. Get up. Oh, I already guessed. I already guessed a name wrong, so I only
Okay,
get two more
the
guesses.
wait, no, the person you're thinking of in the movie, just say their name. Okay, literally.
I forgot the girl's name. I don't know. She's like the girl who has like all the emotions in her head. Riley.
Okay, you got it. It's Riley Dexter. I'm pretty sure it's a guy, but his name is Riley Dexter.
Okay,
So
so I get one more guess because I guessed one guy wrong.
yeah. So you
So I'm
have two
just
more
gonna say
guesses.
no. I have one guess because I
Yeah,
guessed
one
one guy
guess.
wrong.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh gosh, there's a guy in my head. I can't. No, I don't know his name. I can't picture his name in my
You
head.
don't need all of them. You just need the first name.
I'm just gonna say this is a very common name, John.
John.
No, okay,
No,
so that's
John Deere is not there.
so
So
since I got 3 out of 2, that is definitely a half point.
that is half point. Yes. So you get 1.5 points.
1.5 points. Okay,
Okay. So you
last question.
really quick, I'm gonna give you the names of the third and
Okay,
fourth.
yes, yep.
So third is David Epstein.
I knew that. Okay, okay, I knew that.
So I was gonna give you the hint, square one world record, and that would
Okay,
probably instantly
and
give it away.
then what was it?
Fourth was Jasper Murray from New Zealand. For that one, I
I
was gonna say Pyraminx world record.
I have no idea who that is.
He's Pyraminx world record holder.
I mean, yeah, I'm assuming,
Okay,
but I didn't know. Okay,
so that was a
last
good
last question.
trivia question. Okay, who? Okay, this is a little based toward me. Um, who has the most sub two Pyraminx singles ever?
Me, I'm just kidding.
Fail.
So too. Oh gosh, I'm not a great pure mixer knower. It
Ah,
could be this Jasper guy. It could be Timon. It could be I don't know a lot of good pure. I'm just gonna say Timon Koloshinsky.
he is fourth on the list. It is Simon Kellum. So
I have no idea who that is.
should you get half a
How
point?
many? Okay, how many does Simon have?
Simon has 305.
How many does
304, sorry.
305? Oh my gosh. Okay, how many does Timon?
I don't know, but he's fourth on the list. I can check real quick. Keep talking.
Okay, if he is close to 305, I think it would be a half point since he's fourth on the list. And if he's fourth on the list and he's close to it, very close to it, I would say it's a half point. But
I
if
mean,
he's if he's
he is
if he's
fourth on the list.
if it's over 190, I'll give myself a half point.
Okay. I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, stuff is so together these days in cubing that it's
Yes.
got to be that. Okay,
Yeah.
let's
So
see.
what does he have?
I'm trying to check.
And I'll be moving a little faster on my turn because we are running out of time for this segment. We only have a few minutes.
Yeah. Why is it saying statistics?
Yeah,
Okay, he
I
definitely
did.
has over 190. So I
Okay.
can't see it right now,
I would
but he
say,
definitely has over 190.
yeah, I would say
So
half point for me. So that is 3 points total for me,
so I need
which
to
is
get
not
one
great.
correct. I need to get one
I'm
correct.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna tie my score at least because one of them you're gonna know, and you might beat me. All right, are
Okay,
you ready for your turn?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
First question: what year was the 3x3 invented?
Uh,
And he is not looking anything up, by the way. I'm looking at him.
1974.
He got it right.
Yes, let's go.
So that was 3 points for him.
My questions were probably harder. I will tell you.
Okay, these ones are a little harder. What event did Max Park get on his first world record? So what event did Max Park get his first world record in?
Okay, this is actually a good one. It's Max Park's first world record. I want to say like maybe OH or something like that, but I'm not. I don't think it was any of the big cubes. I'm gonna go OH. Like, do I have to guess the average or just event?
You guessed the event.
OH.
You got it right.
I did.
Yeah.
Let's go. Is it OH average?
It was average, I think. Yes.
Okay, wow. I know Max Park a little better
That
than I
is six
thought.
points. He immediately won. But we'll go ahead with the third question.
Sorry,
Um,
making boring.
who this should pique his interest because who invented the pyramids?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm sorry. Let me just search it up here. No, I'm just kidding.
He is
Uh,
um he is not doing
I
this
know
guy
that
proud.
I know that Mefferts released it, but I don't know if he's not the inventor. It's a toy company. Uh, some European guy. Uh,
Give me a name.
oh wait, no, I can use my hint. Let's go. Hint time, boys.
Uh, I'm not gonna say when you were on the right track, but at some point in these last minute, you were on the right track. I can't
So
really. I don't know how else to get it.
Mefferts. It's gotta be Meffert. Ivan Meffert. That's my
Okay.
final guess.
I mean, this doesn't matter because you already won, but I'll give you a half point. It is Ooh Meffert. It's UWE. I don't really know that. You you
UWE.
you
Okay,
Meffert.
so it's by yeah, it was a
It's by
European guy, so I got
it's
that
by
right.
Meffert. It's by Meffert. I just don't know how to pronounce his first name. Sorry.
Okay, I thought Meffert was
Not
a
Ivan. Definitely not Ivan.
Ivan. I
So
just
you
threw
got
Ivan up.
7.5. I got 3.
Yeah. Let's go.
To
Okay,
be fair,
this
it
my
mine.
questions were a lot harder.
I think we realize now how this is gonna work for both of us and for the audience as well.
Yeah.
So we'll you know
If you guys like that segment, comment down below. That was pretty fun.
yeah, and we'll probably bring it back
Mhm.
in a future episode.
So
All
now,
right, now we are on to our final topic or segment, whatever you want to call it, and this is what we call the main segment, main subject of what we're going to be talking about. And so we're going to be talking about a big thing that a lot of people have been have been discussing, but honestly, it's actually flown under the radar of almost everyone at the same time, and
that's
that
true.
is
Yeah.
the ZB method. And a lot of people haven't heard of it, or they used to know of it, but they don't know the full extent of it. So when I first talked about the ZB method on the podcast in episode 1, I mentioned it a tiny bit. I mentioned how it has almost over 400 algorithms. I did a little bit more research. It has a lot more than that. It definitely has easily over 800 algorithms. It's a lot.
Wow.
And so there's also an interesting video that I stumbled across, and I'm pretty sure the other host Josiah has watched it too. Is by Stu by Stu Cube Gaming on YouTube. Not gaming. Stu Cube. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
it's the
sure.
cube.
I
Yeah.
think it's just Stu Cube. And he released a video recently about Yi Hang Wang, and I'll leave you guys to watch it himself. Shout out, by the way, to him for making the video. This is the credit for that video goes to him.
Yep.
But he kind of talks about this similarly, and it definitely brought to my attention a lot more things. So he talks about an end of an era, because we are in the CFOP era, and this is technically, if you want to think about it, this is like the second era of speedcubing, because the very first era was a very short era of speedcubing, is whenever, back in 2000 whatever, 19 whatever, when speedcubing was the very first thing. They didn't have advanced CFOP or anything like that. They just did the beginner's method, and they just turned really fast. And that was kind of a very short era on its own. Then it developed into the CFOP era
And
of
it's been dominating for like years.
there's other methods, ZZ, Rue, but obviously the most dominant easily is CFOP, and it's obviously so because it's probably the most efficient out of those three methods that we were just talking about. And it's just it's very easy to learn. The moment you learn how to solve a cube is from the beginner's method, and then CFOP from there on, from the beginner's method, is easy to comprehend. You just need to memorize algorithms. And speedcubers have gotten so good at pattern recognition and memorization in the form of CFOP, and they've developed so many different ways. Like F12 efficiency has gone crazy with new techniques like pseudo slotting and keyhole and X crosses and all those things.
Yeah.
And the reason why I feel like, besides F12 efficiency, the reason why world class 3x3 cubers and in-bands are so dominant is they have not only good look ahead, but they are very, very good at pattern recognition. And that is a skill you cannot learn by YouTube or learn from a book. You have to put thousands of hours into that to develop the muscle memory for this pattern recognition. And it is
Yeah.
very hard to achieve a world class level for it. And they have put this color pattern recognition into OLLs and PLLs, and they've trained themselves into seeing these certain OLLs and seeing these certain PLLs, that they know exactly what OLL would appear before F12 is finished, or they would know what PLL is going to happen before OLL is finished. I think Josiah is practicing that now with his loud cube. But yeah, it's and then I think the very first time I ever heard of the ZB method, people they called it ZBLL, and I didn't really know what it was. People explained it to me. They were like, it's like a ZBLL. Whenever it's like a cross case, there's an algorithm that you can learn to solve the whole cube. And so it sounded to me like CLL, like what you do with 2 I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, well, at first I was like, why doesn't everyone just use that if they, instead of using OLL and PLL? And they're like, oh, well, you can only use it during cross cases. I was like, oh, so only if you get a cross case. And then I realized how many algorithms that it took. So I was like, oh, well.
People are like,
I mean,
is this even worth it?
yeah, that is the big question. Is this worth it? And I think that's the tipping factor between that's what's happening right now, is people are actually considering, is this actually worth it? Because people for a long time just dismissed it as it is not worth it, because of, not that they're afraid of the challenge. I just think it was just such a, there's there was almost a factor of, we don't need it, because they didn't know how far you can go into ZB. We
Yeah.
didn't know how far you can go into ZB until people there. I cannot pronounce their names. There's kids in China besides Yi Hang Wang who are
Bo Fan
averaging
Fang.
average him 5 to 4 seconds. They had that big Chinese competition
With
where
Gan,
these
yeah,
kids were averaging, the GAN competition where they're averaging 5 seconds, 4 seconds with ZB
yeah,
just straight. And these kids have only been cubing for a few years.
obviously.
Um, yeah, exactly. And so, and then as well as we got Felix Mdez, not Felix Mdez, sorry. Timon Koloshinsky, um, getting that 4.76 average on 3 3 with the just ZB. And then now people are like, oh, is this worth it? And we can
Yeah,
because now we know what ZB is capable of.
and now Max
Um,
Park and Timon are like, we're falling behind. We should have learned this while we could.
yeah. Something that one video I watched mentioned is Yihang Wang. He doesn't use ZB right now. I don't know if he knows ZB, any ZB Alex or anything, but Timon he might be the maybe the last speed cuber in a world championships from many years from now, a few years from now, I don't know. That he might be one of the only cubers in a world finals that would be using CFOP as a method because people probably would be adapted to ZB over this course of time.
I,
Because
I
yeah,
yeah, I think Worlds next year in July. I think it's
25.
gonna be one of the last competitions that CFOP is gonna win Worlds. I think because 2 years from 2026, I mean 2025, it's gonna be 2027, and that's hard to believe. But I think ZB is gonna take such a big step in 3 years.
I think I think I think Worlds 27 and Worlds 29 they're gonna be half and half, and then
Yeah.
by the 30s it's gonna be almost dominant. I feel like
Hmm.
definitely, um, because we even got the top cubers right now switching to ZB. We like as in
Hmm.
like I said, Timon. I don't
That's
know
what I'm
if Max.
thinking. Yeah.
I don't think Max honestly would switch to ZB. I think he's very very good at TPS and look ahead. That's what he's world class. And I think I don't know. I mean, he might learn ZB, but I have a feeling Max is going to stick to CFOP until he retires. But
Hmm.
people like Timon, who's so super, he's just gifted basically in learning algorithms. He has a gift for it,
Or just dedicates himself more than
or
other
takes
people.
too much time.
Too much time, yeah.
Whatever the case is, we got top cubers switching from CFOP to ZB. It's like I mentioned before, Yihang is so young now um, that when he grows up, I would say when he's around Timon's age, CFOP's going to be like
Dead.
Rue to like ZB users. But the thing is, I think CFOP's actually going to be the new beginners method because not every new cuber is going to go from beginner to ZB
Yeah.
because it's such a huge task to undertake.
Yeah.
But it's going to be CFOP, not world class members, but CFOP high ranking people making the transfer. It's almost like we're evolving.
We're evolving.
I don't really know how to use another word for it. Obviously, it's not evolution. But like I think evolving is one of the words for it is it's almost like an
Yeah.
evolution. Yeah, I guess the word evolution
And
of
I
beginner
also
CFOP
think that's a
ZB.
yeah, that's a good word for it, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely okay. Sorry about that. My internet just broke down for some reason. Um, I'm
Sorry.
pretty sure I was in the middle of talking about the ZB method. Um, but yeah, hopefully this doesn't happen again. I don't know what what that was. Um, do you have any thoughts on this whole ordeal?
I definitely think it is the next step in speed cubing. The last episode, the first episode, we were talking a lot about what Steve Hop has, and it's like its limits, and we were also talking like what's the
Yeah,
human limits as well, because what is the what is going to be the fastest and the most efficient way to solve a cube to where the human caps out, and we need to find we
Yeah.
A human is the judge of his own speed. So like when you're turning on the cube,
Well, his
that's
fingers.
that is yeah. But when you're turning the cube, your fingers are the it's your own barrier. But when
Well,
it
I
comes
wouldn't even go too far as to say how fast you can make your hands, because take sword fighting for example, or just I don't know, anything like that. If you become if not if you train so hard that you're so good, but like some people are just born with a natural talent where
that's what I'm saying, yeah.
it's not that the sword is just an extension of their body. It's like almost a part of the personality as well. And what I mean by this analogy or whatever, is if someone attacks someone with a sword and that natural swordsman blocks that sword stroke, it's he's acting. You've heard the term of he acted instinctively, where he's
Mhm.
acting without thinking. And world class cubers can cube like can solve a cube in the basic essence of things without thinking really, except they are thinking. And I think the limitations are going to be how how good can we make our instinctiveness. That is a really weird sentence to say, but
Yeah, yeah.
how
That
how
that's how I was
instinctive can we
yeah.
make our um problem solving and our speed
That's what I was
stuff like
saying.
that.
It it's gonna come to a point to where humans and their instinctiveness and their natural born with skills are gonna hit a cap with speed, and we're just not gonna be able to turn as fast as a robot can
And
or
obviously,
something
this is not sorry. This is not going to be happening anytime soon. But like,
anytime soon. But eventually, with every sport like Olympic swimming or something like that, there is a point where it's just physically impossible to
mhm.
become faster without steroids or something. But
Yes,
so I think the next step in cubing to help us get to that point is efficiency, because
yeah,
efficiency is just going to be the next step, because it doesn't really matter how fast you can turn, but if you're efficient and you turn fast at the same time, combining those two things is just it's just going
and
to
we
become
yeah
fast.
we've seen that, and I've already mentioned this guy a billion times, but we've seen that with Timon,
Yeah,
Max, Felix Zemdegs, and Max Park. They were the peak speed cubers just a few
for the
years ago
basic
for
C5
the
method.
basics of TPS and look
Oh
ahead.
yeah, OLL, PLL, cross F2L.
Just just basic straight how fast can your look ahead be and how fast can you turn with that look ahead, and they were amazing at it. And then people Timo came along and people realized how good efficiency is, and it's almost better because
Yeah,
Yehang, by the way, who is obviously world record holder, he has crazy efficiency, but he is not as good as Timon in efficiency. But because I'm pretty sure he averages like a move or two less or more
yeah,
than Timon,
Timon. Yeah,
and he makes up with that with his TPS.
yeah.
But so I think, to quote Stu Cubing on YouTube, we are gonna enter an entire new era of speed cubing. This is gonna be a whole new dimension of speed cubing, not just for 3x3, by the way. I'm not
Re-
just talking about for every
Speed,
event.
yeah, and I feel like speed cubing is gonna be affected by this ZBLL era of speed cubing
Yeah,
efficiency and stuff.
yeah, it's definitely gonna be. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen.
I'm not, because I'm just gonna become slower.
I don't know, adopt the new method, or it almost I feel like in like 10 years it's gonna be like we're gonna be C5 is gonna be looked at like adapt or die. Like almost like
Adapt or die, like, and I feel like that's a
a
problem.
gun ZB user has a gun to your head.
Adapt or die, man. Uh, but I feel like that's the problem, because you have solvers like me and you who are like average like high 11, low 12, and we're gonna have to make the decision of
Yeah, we're around the point
yeah,
where it
because
like if
Timon and Max are like, or like these new Chinese kids and stuff, they're obviously like, well, we have to learn it, because that's, the fast people are already like, we got to learn this because
this is
this,
the only way we can
yeah.
improve at our
And
level.
then the people that just get into cubing around
they're gonna do
a year or
CFOP.
two from now, well, they're gonna see CFOP and they're gonna be like, well, let's move on to the ZBLL method because that's what all the top cubers are using. But then cubers like us, we're fast, but should we learn? Should we take the time, the weeks
I
and
think we are
months?
we like our level right now, like me and you are at the point of in like 5 years, if people like us in 5 years were like are going to be faced with the decision of they're going to be the ones thinking, okay, stick to CFOP or move to ZB. That's going to be the
Yeah.
big question for a lot of people in the next 5 years. But and then as well as going back to your other point, um, I don't know what your other point was. I forgot.
All
But
right.
yeah, it's oh yeah, I forgot. So yeah, it's definitely a big thing. I don't
It's an
know.
interesting topic too. I
It's
feel
very
like,
interesting. It's what's I think what's so interesting about it is everyone knows about it and no one knows about it.
yeah, at the same
It's
time. hmm
yeah. I don't
Like
know.
if you go into a waiting area at a competition, you say, "Hey," just any random person says, "Hey, do you know the ZB method?" They're gonna say yes, but then you're gonna be like, "So what do you do in the ZB method?" And they're gonna be like,
I don't know.
"Nah," and they're just gonna be like, "Oh, there's my name,"
Oh no, man! I just want my lunch.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just waiting for event lunch. I feel like we should come back to this topic, like ZB after Worlds 2025. I feel like maybe a week or two after Worlds,
Yeah.
we should come back and do another podcast.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. What are you thinking on the ZB method? Man, I'm solving. Go away. I'm in a little competition, man. No.
Just go up to Timon, just tap his shoulder. Hey man, what do you think about ZB?
Yeah.
He's in the middle
Yeah.
of a 7x7 solve. Just what?
Yeah. After Worlds for sure. But yeah, definitely Worlds is definitely going to World 25 is definitely going to be one of our topics for in a very recent next
Look out for
not the, I
that.
don't know about the next podcast, but it's going to be a topic we're going to cover really soon because there's definitely interesting things about the qualification and the location and the venue and all sorts of that and like the finals and all sorts of that. We'll
Just don't give too
do.
much away. Don't give too much away.
I'm not going to get too much away.
It's super exciting, and we're super
It's
excited.
very excited. We both will hopefully be going, and I hope a lot of you will be going as well. But that about wraps it up for our show right now. I am very sorry for the internet interruption. Um, if you got mad that that happened, I don't really care. But yeah,
Whoa, bud.
we will definitely be releasing this as fast as we possibly can, and we'll catch you guys on the next episode.
Mhm.
So
And
yeah,
again, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any ideas, go ahead and put it in the comments down below. We're really open to ideas. We're open to new segments. If you have um, really just anything you want to say, throw it in the comments. We'll read it probably, maybe even respond to it.
tell me your
Uh,
favorite host. I mean, I know it's me, but just tell me because I want to have
no, it's
self
me.
confidence.
Yeah, but who's your
No, not
who's your
me, not me.
favorite host background though?
Background. Okay,
I got the trophies, man.
you don't really need to do any of that. You just if you have any ideas, let us
Yeah.
know. Just
And we will constantly be improving. We should have better cameras, better microphones soon.
we're this is
Uh,
a learning process for us as well. This is our first
yep.
time doing this.
We should be getting better at podcasting, and
And
yeah,
better at rambling on.
yeah, definitely.
Okay. See you guys later.
Peace.